One of the ways in which we reflect the truth of our faith, which James calls religion, is to be unstained by the world. Please be seated. There's an 8-year-old boy in Ohio and his 4-year-old sister whose parents went to bed early one night. And they had a hankering for McDonald's. And of course, McDonald's was a mile and a half down the road, and he was only 8 and she was only 4. So what does an 8-year-old do to resolve this conundrum of wanting food from McDonald's, probably a kid's meal, because he wants the prize, not the food? What would an 8-year-old do? He'd go to YouTube. And on YouTube, he would find how to drive a car. The 8-year-old bundled up his sister, got in the car, drove to McDonald's, and drove back home. The police officer said that this 8-year-old obeyed all the traffic signs, drove to McDonald's and back without a hitch, all because he was able to follow an 8-minute YouTube that told him how to drive a car. I'm not encouraging that. There's a lot more to driving a car than just that one moment. But in our day and age, we believe that somehow we can get all the answers just through someone's YouTube or someone posting something on the internet, or we can find all the answers we need for life right there. Or at least we can find directions for life. And yet, when it comes to living the life of a child of God, it seems so difficult. I imagine it's so difficult because listen to these words from Leviticus 19. You shall be holy because the Lord your God is holy. From the Gospel of Matthew, you therefore should be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. When we hear those kinds of things, we wonder, is God one of those kinds of gods that expects us to be perfect in every way, never making a mistake, never faltering, never falling short? You know, every baseball pitcher would love to pitch a perfect game. Imagine if there was actually a pitcher who every time he stood on the mound pitched a perfect game. Well, the batter who wants to bat 1,000 would not appreciate the pitcher who pitches the perfect game. But even our sports and even in the world that we live in, there's this realization that perfection, though it is desired, is far from accomplished. So how can God come to us and say, you will be holy because I, your Father, is holy, and you should be perfect because your Father in heaven is perfect? That's probably why James gets a bad rap from many theologians. Even Martin Luther was considering whether or not James should be considered part of the New Testament. Because if you read through the book of James, you will not find the name of Christ anywhere in his writing. Now, we all are probably aware that James was the brother of Jesus. In Matthew 3, we discover that the family of Jesus was going to take him and move him away from all the people because they thought he had gone a little bit insane. He was out of his mind. We also learn from John chapter 7, verse 5, that even his brothers did not believe in him. And we learn in Psalm 69, verse 8, that prophecy that says, my brothers, I'm a stranger to my brothers, and I'm an alien to my mother's sons. And yet this very James, as we know from the book of Acts, along with his brothers, did believe because they were all gathered in the house, breaking the bread and in prayer together with the women, Mary, the mother of Jesus, and the brothers of Jesus. So somewhere between Jesus living, Jesus' death, Jesus' resurrection, Jesus' ascension, the brothers of Jesus got it. And yet James still gets a bad rap because he doesn't say the name Jesus or Christ in his book that he wrote. And he also seemed to give Missouri their slogan. Because in James chapter 2, verse 18, he says, show me your faith without your works, show me your faith without your works, and I'll show you my faith by my works. So Missouri has the slogan, the show me state. And that seems to go against what Paul says in Ephesians 2 when he says, for by grace are you saved through faith. It is a gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast. And so there seems to be this battle between James and Paul, and it comes to fruition in Galatians chapter 3 when Paul has to say to Peter, you are doing wrong because when you were with the Gentiles and with me, everything was good. But when the friends from James arrived, you changed the way you acted and caused many of them to be confused about what the faith is all about. For these friends of James were members of the circumcision party, which believed that the only way you could be a part of the community of faith is to follow the rituals of the Old Testament. And so, no wonder James gets this picture, or we view James as the do-gooder, the do-writer, the self-righteous writer of the New Testament. But what we miss about James are these words found in chapter 1. He says, every good and perfect gift is given to us by the Father of lights, in whom there is no variety or shadow because of change. Every good and perfect gift. What James is saying from the very beginning is that the good and perfect gift of living the life of Christ is a gift to us. That's the same thing Paul says in Ephesians 2, for by grace are you saved. The very ability to withstand temptation, the very ability to say no to the ways of the world and yes to the ways of Christ, is a gift that God gives to us by the power of His Holy Spirit. That's what we celebrate in baptism. In baptism, we celebrate the fact that a child is revealed as a child of God because of God's grace, and God is placing in that child, even as He is placed in all of us, the gift and the presence of His Holy Spirit that empowers us to begin the process of living life in a way that God desires for us. Why is it that somehow that movement of the Holy Spirit in our lives gets clogged up? Do you notice those words earlier? Notice, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. How many of us are quick to hear? Or slow to speak? You're laughing. Yeah, slow to anger. You know, those are blocks to the Holy Spirit's work in our life, and they are blocks to the Holy Spirit's work in our life because of three possible reasons. One is that when someone comes to speak to us, our guilt complex seems to rise. Think about it for a moment. Your spouse says to you, we need to talk. Or your parent, your mom or dad says to you, come here, I need to talk to you. Or a teacher says, I need you to stay after school. Or a coach says, go stand on the sideline. I'll talk to you later. You can imagine all the feelings that begin to well up inside of us when someone says something like that and we're thinking, oh no, what did I do wrong? What did I say? Where did I misbehave? And now we have this guard up that no matter what is spoken or whatever is said at the very beginning, we feel like we need to defend ourselves and protect ourselves. And oftentimes that comes out in one of the three ways. Either we don't listen to what they say, or we're quick to speak in order to talk about and defend ourselves, or we get instantly angry at them so that they feel bad. I love that. I love to make everybody else feel bad. That way I can feel better, right? And oddly enough, in that way of assuaging our guilt, it doesn't work. Because sometimes people just want to talk to us about a concern they have, or they want us to hear them and not us to speak to them. And they sure don't need an angry voice. But guilt does that to us. Whether it's real guilt from something we failed to do or done wrong and know that we've done wrong, or it's imagined guilt. You know, there's some people that walk around with guilt in their lives that they've done nothing to be guilty for. They impact their lives with guilt because they must be the bad person. They must be the wrong person. It's the basketball player that constantly says, my bad, my bad, my bad, even when it is not his or her bad. Guilt prevents us from understanding that the God of grace has given us the perfect gift, and that's his Son Jesus, so that we can listen, that we can speak at an appropriate time, and we can keep from being angry. But the other thing that happens is we have this work righteousness kind of thing going on, where we have to somehow cleanse ourselves and make ourselves look good. And it's almost as if once we figure out how we should do things, everybody else should do things the same way. And we begin to look at them and point the finger and say, you know, you're a mess. We start being judgmental. We start pointing the finger and expressing how bad someone else is and how wrong someone else is. Because we're doing things so right. It's that person that looks in the mirror and kind of sees what they look like, but then they walk away and forget it. It's the inability to see the truth about ourselves and somehow put this untruth layer upon us and say, everything I do is right. Everything I say is correct. Every thought I have is the perfect thought. And that makes us a bit arrogant, maybe, to who other people are and their differences, their uniqueness. It's a dangerous thing to believe that somehow in our working and in our doing we can make ourselves right with God. And then there's that crazy thing called entitlement. This is the idea that, God, I'm so good for you, I suppose that you'll be good to me in the way that I expect you to be good to me. So if I pray for wealth, I will receive wealth because, you know, God, I praise you and I speak to you and I'm good to you and I'm doing all the right things. But if I pray to you for good health, I expect that you'll give me good health. I'm entitled to that. I'm entitled to a good life. I'm entitled to a good family. I'm entitled to never be bothered with frustrations. And so when I encounter frustrations in the world, I begin to wonder, what's happening? Where are you, God? What are you doing, God? Why have you abandoned me, God? And we're not very capable of listening to someone else who offers us a redirection about how to understand the love of God. You know, all these things keep us from being able to receive something that is extremely valuable, and that valuable gift that God gives to us is His Holy Spirit. And His Holy Spirit says, be doers of the Word, which means implant the Word in our hearts, implant the Word in our minds, so that we understand what that Word is. And that Word is very simple. That Word is, we're sinners in need of God's grace, period. We walk through that door, we walk through whatever door in the church, and we know we're walking as sinners. We have failed God miserably in many ways. In our thought, in our words, and in our deeds. So when we implant that message in our lives, it's not to be planted there so that we walk around with guilt, because we need the other half of that message. And the other half of that message is God in Christ has forgiven us, and so it empowers us to live that life of liberty that James refers to. And that life of liberty is living a forgiven life, which means when someone says, I need to talk to you, I'm prepared to listen because I may have failed them, and I'm ready to listen to how I have failed them so that I can repent and we can once again be brothers and sisters connected with each other. I do not fear any longer someone seeing my failure. I fear more people unwilling to share with me my failure. What a great gift God gives to us in Jesus Christ when we can know that we can live a forgiven life, and therefore in living a forgiven life we can dispense with all the guilt stuff, and we can also dispense with all the stuff of laying guilt on someone else. Of making someone else feel as though they're not capable or they're not good enough. And it relieves us of that feeling of entitlement, because we know we are receiving something that we do not deserve. And we are members of the undeserving grace of God. God who says, you will be perfect because your Father in heaven is perfect. You will be holy because the Lord your God is holy. Because Jesus makes us that way. Jesus cleanses us, and He cleanses every person around us. And He says to all of us, you are mine. Trust that. There's not a YouTube video. I imagine there's many YouTube videos that might give examples of walking in the faith and living the life of faith and growing in Christ's Word and understanding who Christ is. And those are extremely valuable for us. We'll learn from each and every one of them. But you know, oddly enough, there's no perfect way for us to honor God except to honor Him in everything we do. But James closes this chapter with some very important words. If you want to have pure religion, religion, by the way, is what we do to nurture the gift of faith that God has given to us. Religion is what we do to nurture what we have faith in. How we nurture our faith so that we grow more confident as God's people and lead with other people. So that we visibly welcome and rhythms in their creation. And we not let the Word tell us how to do that. We don't let the world tell us whether we're right or wrong. We don't allow ourselves to be stained with the guilt of the world. But we help the world discover that the stain of guilt is removed for them by the one who is removed for us. The totally perfect Savior. God grant that life of Christ, life of the Spirit, that He gives to us as His good and perfect good, to be fleshed out by the power of His Spirit.